All right, I want to start off by saying Kal Halayim Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakadash. And I want to give double honors to the elder, bishop, apostles, teachers, prophets, and anybody that's following the great millstone that's teaching. Kal Halayim Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakadash. Shalom to all the Akim. And Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Barakatham to all you Akim out there. All right, this video is going to be about how Israel is a byword, how the other nations look down on us, and how they make fun of us. So here we're going to start right here with this scripture right here. So let me go to 20. Let's go to 20. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28:15 KJV. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. This is Deuteronomy 28:15 KJV. And this is one of the curses right here, okay? For not following the commandments and the statutes, okay, of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I'm going to read it. Deuteronomy 28:37 KJV. And those shall become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai shall lead thee. So yeah, they call us names. They call us uh what do they call us? They call the Northern Kingdom many derogatory words. We're known as spics, beaners. They call us there's a new one called anchor babies. They call us anchor babies. They have like a sign where they have like this pregnant lady and she's crossing the border, and there's like a sign that they make, and they laugh at it. They laugh at us. So that's something that goes right there. They say the N word. You know, they call the indigenous people, the Native Americans. They call them savages. You know, that's what they call them. Things of that. What else? What else do these heathens talk about and look down on us? Um, when they came here to steal the land, they put borders and they divided us as a nation. They call us so-called a so-called Puerto Rican name. They call us so-called his Mexican, right? The so-called El Salvador, which the country El Salvador means he saves, and Puerto Rico means rich poor. How is that a nation of people? How is that a race of people? These are names they gave us. They call us anything but the house of Israel, God's chosen people. They don't call us Israelites because they don't want us to know that we're Israel, first of all. So that's the derogatory words that they call us. And they make fun of us too. They make fun of us, and they like to see us on the bottom. They like it when you're the gardener, when you're the strawberry picker in the field, when you make less than them, but the minute you start making more than them, it gets to them. And a lot of times, it's not like you make a lot more, you know what I mean? Even if you get a nice little raise, we're still on the bottom, because here in America and Great Babylon, a house costs about $400,000, $500,000. How the fuck are you supposed to afford that? How the fuck can you afford that and be a dependent? You know what I mean? And even if you was, you still have to pay taxes every year. So it's like you don't even own the shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So this place is it's not our resting place. First of all, okay. So yeah, and those shall become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai shall lead thee. Okay, so we're looked down upon. Let's go to First Kings 9:6-7. But if you or your sons at all turn from following me, and do not keep my commandments and my statutes which I have set before you, but go and serve other gods and worship them, then I will cut off Israel from the land which I have given them, and this house which I have consecrated for my name I will cast out of my sight. Israel will be a proverb and a byword among all peoples. Yeah, so we're looked down at the other nations. These other nations, they surpass us. There's nations that, they don't even speak proper English. And for some reason they have more than an Israelite that works hella hard here. You know what I mean? It's just like, how the fuck do you got that? You know what I mean? But most of this shit it's been passed down by generation to generation, generational wealth they call it. Okay, and this is all of us right here, and we're looked down upon by these heathens. Okay, let's go to Psalms 44:13. Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us. Psalms 44:14. Thou make us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people. Yeah, this is a great example. Let's just say, I remember being a little kid and having my bike, putting stickers on it, putting the homie stickers, and I had this thing about playing video games. I was addicted to the game Street Fighter, and I would put little coins in there in the little slot machine and play the video games. Walk into the liquor store, I wanted to buy some candy. Next thing you know, you got a heathen telling me, "You're gonna buy, you're gonna buy," like if I'm gonna steal some shit. You know what I mean? So, and shaking her head, looking at me up and down. It's part of the curses. You know what I mean? It's just part of the curses that we got to deal with. You can have a Elamite too. A Elamite, you can walk into a gas station and you're gonna get some beer or whatnot. You can get some drink, and all of a sudden they look at you up and down like you ain't shit, like you ain't shit. So yeah, these are just parts of the curses. How the other nations look down on us. It's not just Esau, Edom, it's all these damn nations. All right, let's play some. I'm gonna play some cartoons. How we are made a byword and how these nations look down upon us and they make fun of us. Okay. The first one is gonna be the Southern Kingdom. Okay. All right, so that's one. Okay, that's the Southern Kingdom. Now we're gonna play the Northern Kingdom.
Such as the flag beat, and of course, the Cleveland Indians. The Indian tribes were all led by famous chiefs, among whom were the chief of Racing Horse and the chief of Revelation. The Red Indians were rapidly hunters, and knew the rules of the woods by imitating its call. Before Indian braves went on the warpath, they made themselves ferocious by decorating their bodies with warpaint. It was a dangerous undertaking for any paleface to travel through Indian territory.
I'll play another one. Okay, this one's another one for the Northern Kingdom. So we play one for the Southern Kingdom. Okay, and then we're gonna play another one for the Northern Kingdom. The Northern Kingdom, another one for the Northern Kingdom right here. It's motherfuckers. It's motherfuckers. Y'all motherfuckers, man.
If you love mom, you will be good with the chili pepper. This is not meant for cooking, Mom. It's too dangerous. One to eat. I'm hungry. Yes, master. How is this for the robot? That's very good, but you forgot the practical. What is the robot? Very good. Now, what would you like for dessert? Yes. Guess what? I'm still hungry. Try to think about something else.
All right, man. So you guys got the point, right? So like we're looked down upon, as a people. We're looked down like we're nothing. Like we're like we look down upon. If the media got something to say, they always paint Judah like 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 they steal shit, and they'll post like, oh, when they break into stores, and things like that, right? And they just put us like we're a very low people, and also the Northern Kingdom, they like to say stigmas like that, that we all cartel and shit like that, and they look down on us, they look down on us, and also the indigenous people, the Native Americans, also look down upon them. They call them drunks. You know what I mean? But these devils, they came here, they took the land, they divided the land, and they divide us as a people, as a nation. And then they point the finger and they say bad hombre. You know what I mean? How are you going to kick somebody out that's already been here first before your kind of people? And how do you feel? How is it that you guys feel that you guys belong here more than us when we were here before you guys? We were here first. You know what I mean? You guys came after. We were the first ones here, and then you guys came after in ships, with buttery words, and then you had sword in your mind to destroy us, because that's how these Edomites move. They talk to you in buttery words, but deep down they hate you. They hate you. They don't want to see you succeed. They want to see you at the bottom. And if it fits the coat, it fits the coat. Because there are confusion of faces. There are, people amongst them that look like the heathen nations, but they go back to Jacob's seed, and they got a different spirit. They have a different mind. They have a different heart. But for you other ones out there that that really about it, and you guys are really you guys want to hurt us, harm us, and call us a pain and agony. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai sees that, and He knows who you guys are. We might not be able to identify you, who's Esau and who's not, but Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai can identify who is and who is not. All right. At the end of the day, now we still got to test the spirit, and I've messed up in the past. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I get it wrong. So, we got to be careful of the way we move. But anyways, I also want to read, Zechariah 8:13. Okay. And it reads here, and it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah, talking about the southern kingdom, and house of Israel, talking about the northern kingdom, right? The so-called blacks and then you so-called indigenous Hispanics, right? So will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. I'm gonna read again. Zechariah 8:13. And it shall come to pass that as ye were accursed among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. All right. So there we go. Just a little video about, how Israel's a byword and we're looked down upon by these other nations. Okay, and I just want to end it with the call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash.